August 2024, morning. Essence, sweet children. You now sweet children, you now have to return home, and you must therefore make effort to remember the Father in order to read from your character. Sweet children, you now have to return home, and you must therefore make effort to remember the Father in order to read from your character. Question: what is that? What is it that puts you to sleep on the path of ignorance? What damage has been caused by that? What is it that puts you to sleep on the path of ignorance? What damage has been caused by that? Answer: saying that the duration of each cycle is hundreds of thousands of years is something that puts everyone to sleep in the sleep of ignorance, and it is through this that they have lost the eye of knowledge. They consider the home to be very far away. They have it in their intellects that they have to play their parts of happiness and sorrow here for hundreds of thousands of years. Therefore, they do not make effort to become pure. Your children know that the home is now very close. We now have to make effort to become Paramaatma. Om Shanti. The Father has now reminded you sweetest children of your home. Although people on the path of devotion also remember the home, they don't know anything about how or when they go there. By seeing that the duration of each cycle is hundreds of thousands of years, they have forgotten their home. They believe that they will still play their parts here for hundreds of thousands of years, and so they have forgotten the home. The Father now reminds you, children, your home is very close. You are not to go to your home. I have come because you children invited me. Will you come back with me? This is something so easy. On the path of devotion, they don't know when they will go to the land of liberation. Liberation is forwarding the home because of seeing that it is hundreds of thousands of years. They have forgotten everything. They have forgotten the Father and also the home. A lot of difference is caused by seeing that it is hundreds of thousands of years. It is as though They have fallen asleep in the sleep of ignorance. No one understands anything. On the path of devotion, they show the home to be very far away. The father says, wonderful. You now have to go to the land of liberation. It isn't that you perform devotion for hundreds of thousands of years. You don't even know when devotion began. There is no need to make a calculation of hundreds of thousands of years. People forget the father and the home. This is also fixed in the drama, but they have needlessly made it so distant. The father now says, children, your home is very close. I have now come to take you back. You have to go back home. However, you definitely do have to become pure. You have been bathing in the Ganges, etc. But none of you became pure. If you had become pure, you would have gone home. However, you don't know about the whole and you don't know about you. People have been performing devotion for half a cycle and so they can't stop doing it. The father now says devotion is coming to an end. There, there continues to be limitless sorrow in devotion. It isn't that you children have seen sorrow for hundreds of thousands of years. There is no question of hundreds of thousands of years. You experienced real sorrow in the Iron Age when you became defeated by many vices. Previously, when you were in the Raju state, you had some understanding, but you have now become completely senseless. Your children are now sober. If you want to go to the land of happiness, become pure, have remembrance, and remove the burden of sins of many years that are on your head. You will become very happy by having remembrance. Remember the Father who sends you to the land of happiness for our sake. The Father says you have to become like Lakshmi and Narayana. Therefore, become pure and reform your characters. Vices are vices are called evil spirits. The evil spirit of greed is known as that evil spirit is very impure. It makes people completely dead. Even greed makes you commit a lot of sin. The five vices are very strong evil spirits. You have to renounce all of them. It is just as difficult to renounce greed as it is to renounce lust. Even to renounce attachment becomes just as difficult as it is to renounce lust. They just can't renounce it. The Father has been telling you this all your lives back. Even then, the strings of attachment remain connected. Even anger is renounced with great difficulty. People say, I feel angry with the children. They mention the word anger. No evil spirit should come. You have to become victorious over them. The Father says, continue to make effort for as long as I am here. How many years will the Father remain here? The Father has been sitting here and explained for so many years. He has He has given a good amount of time. It is very easy to know the words. All of this knowledge enters your intellect in 7 days, but it takes time for the sins of many years to be cut away. This is the difficulty. Baba gives you time for this. There is a lot of opposition from Maya, for she makes you completely forget. While sitting here, you are not sitting in ignorance all the time. Your intellect wanders in many directions. This is why you have to give time to make an effort and reach your karma stage. This study is very easy. A sensible child would understand in 7 days all the knowledge of how this cycle of 84 turns. However, effort is required to become clear. There is so much upheaval because of this. People understand that this is right and then people understand that this is right and that they use false information by saying that the Brahmakumaris made everyone into brothers and sisters. However, this is absolutely right. How can we remain pure unless we become the children of Prajamida Brahma? How can we change into those with seeing eyes from being those with criminal eyes? This is a very good method. We are Brahma Kumars and Kumaris, and so we are brothers and sisters. You receive a lot of help through this in making your evidence, making your eyes see. There is also the task of Brahma. The daily religion is established through Brahma, that is, human beings are changed into deities. The Father comes at this now auspicious 21 age. So you have to make so much effort in order to explain this. Sages are opened in order to give the Father's introduction. You have to claim the unlimited inheritance from the unlimited Father. God is incorporeal, whereas Sri Krishna is the bodily being. He cannot be called God. People say that God will come and give the fruit of devotion, but they don't have the introduction of God. You explain so much, and yet people don't understand. Bodily beings definitely take evil. The inheritance cannot be received from you. Souls receive this inheritance from the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Human beings cannot grant the liberation in life to human beings. Your children are making effort to claim this inheritance. You had been wandering around so much in order to meet the Father. Previously, you used to worship Shiva alone and you didn't want anyone else at all. That was unadulterated devotion. There weren't as many temples, etc., to anyone else. Now there are so many images and people build so many temples, etc. You have to make so much effort on the path of devotion. You know that there is no path of liberation or salvation in the scriptures. Only the one Father shows you that they continue to build so many temples on the path of devotion. In fact, temples are only built to those deities who resided in the village. There aren't temples built to other human beings because they are impure. Impure human beings worship the pure deity idols. Although the two were human beings, they had divine virtues. Those who don't have divine virtues worship them. You were worthy of worship yourselves, and you then became worshippers. To worship human beings means to worship the five elements. The bodies are made of the five elements. You children now have to go back to the land of preparation. You performed so much devotion for that. I will now take you back with me and you will then go to the congregation. The Father has come to take you from the impure world to the pure world. There are two pure lands, liberation and liberation. The Father says, sweetest children, I come at the continuous age of every cycle. You receive so much sorrow on the path of devotion. There is also the song, we went around in all four directions and yet remained distance from you. From whom did we remain distant? From the Father. In order to find the Father, you went around for birth after birth, birth after birth. Nevertheless, you remained distant from the Father. This is why people call out, "O purifier, come and make us pure." No one except the Father can make you dead. So, this is a drama of 5,000 years. You are all making effort according to the drama exactly as you did in the previous cycle. The kingdom is being established according to them. Not everyone will study to the same extent. This is the school. This is the study of life yoga. Those who belong to the delicate region will emerge. The population of the incorporeal world will also be accurate. It won't be any more or any less. There is an exact number. There is an exact number for actors in a play, but people cannot understand this. However, many there are, their number is accurate and they will come and play their parts. You will go to the new world and all the rest will go back there in brackets for. If any of you want to count them now, you can do so. The Father is now telling you very deep points. There is so much difference between the examination that there is so much difference between the examinations that were given at the beginning and the explanation being given now. Studying takes time. No one can become an ICS straight away. Studying takes place otherwise. The Father makes everyone so easy and explains to you so that it can easily fit in people's interests. Day by day, he continues to explain new points. The Father now says, "You called out to me, the purified Father, to come. I have come, therefore, to become pure. Consider yourselves to be so, and constantly remember me alone, and you will become son of God. You will then have to come down here to play your parts." The Father says to you, "You souls have become impure, and you therefore remember the purified Father in order to become pure." It is such a wonder that such a teeny soul plays such a big part. This is called a word. He cannot be seen. Some say that they want to have a vision of the supreme soul. The Father says, "What vision would you have of such a teeny soul? I am someone you now know, but it is difficult to see me." Souls have received all of those physical organs in order to play their parts. How great the part the soul plays is a wonder. No soul ever wears out. This is an imperishable drama and it is predestined. You cannot ask when it was created. It is called eternal. Ask people, when did you start burning Ravan? When did you start studying the scriptures? Because they don't know, they would see since time immemorial. They are confused. The Father sits here and explains in the same way that children are taught. You know that you were completely senseless and that you now have unlimited understanding. Those are limited studies, whereas this is unlimited. It is the day for half cycle and the night for half cycle. You cannot experience the slightest sorrow for 21 words. It is said, "May not even a pair of dreamers become tangled." No one can cause you sorrow there. The very name is the land of happiness. There is no happiness here. The main thing is purity. A very good character is needed. Everything is explained to your children very clearly. There is damage and loss. The Father now says, there is no question of benefit at this time. Now, now there will be loss and future loss. The time for destruction is coming. And so just see what happens at that time. When there isn't any rain, grain becomes so expensive. No matter how much they say that there will be a lot of grain after 3 years, they still have to import grain from abroad. The time will come when you won't be able to get a single grain. So many calamities are to come. They call those bodily calamities. When there isn't any rain, there will definitely be famine. All the animals, etc., are going to get worse. In many places, rain causes so much damage. You children know that the Father is established the eternal daily religion. This is your aim and objective. You are being made into Narayan from ordinary humans once again. Only the unlimited Father teaches you these unlimited lessons. However, much someone studies, he claims a status accordingly. The Father inspires you to make effort. If you make less effort, you will receive a low status. A teacher would explain to students when you make others similar to yourselves, it can be known that you study with and also teach others. The main thing is the pilgrimage of remembrance. There are huge burdens of sins on your heads. Remember me and your sins will be burned away. It is a spiritual pilgrimage. Also, teach small children to remember Shiv Baba. They too have a right. They wouldn't understand that they have to consider themselves to be souls and remember me and remember the Father. No, they will only remember Shiv Baba. By making effort, they too can be benefited. Ajahn. To the sweetest, beloved lovers and outcome children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bapdala. The spiritual father says, Namaste to you, spiritual children. The spiritual children says, Namaste to you, spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. First, in order to claim the status of Narayan from an ordinary human, study these unlimited lessons with the unlimited Father and also teach others. Do the service of making others similar to yourself. In order to claim the status of Narayan from an ordinary human, study these unlimited lessons with the unlimited Father and also teach others. Do the service of making others similar to yourself. Second, make effort to remove the strings of attachment and will. Reform your character in such a way that no evil spirits can enter you. Make effort to remove the strings of attachment and will. Reform your character in such a way that no evil spirits can enter you. Blessing. May you be happy and fortunate and create the fortune of others by being aware of God and your fortune. From Amrit Vela until night time, be aware of your different types of fortune and continues to sing this song. While my elevated fortune, only those who remain aware of God and their fortune are able to create the fortune of others. To be a Brahmin means to be constantly fortunate, constantly to have the fortune of happiness. To be a Brahmin means to be constantly fortunate, constantly to have the fortune of happiness. No one has the courage to produce the happiness of Brahmin souls. Each Brahmin is happy and has the fortune of happiness. It is impossible for happiness to live Brahmin life. Even if you leave your body, your happiness cannot disappear. Slogan: leave the swings of Maya and constantly swing in the swing of supreme sensuous joy. Supersensuous joy. Leave the strings of Maya and constantly swing in the swing of supersensuous joy. Om Shanti. Avya signal. Some children hold their love, but fulfill its number one. Their line changes in terms of fulfilling their responsibility. They have one aim, and their qualifications to fulfill that aim are different. If there is a lack in fulfilling even one relationship, then you cannot come in the list of those who fulfill their responsibility. To fulfill a responsibility is to fulfill it. No matter what the situation may be of the mind body connections, do not remember any soul in your thoughts. Remember only the Father first in any situation, then you will be saved, be victorious with a loving intellect. Okay.